Hey everyone, it's Biscord back after 3 weeks of doing absolutely nothing. But we're back for a My Hero Academia video where I will be turning the latest 3 chapters into a voiced story and then giving my thoughts on it in the end. Timestamps will be provided in the description. With that said, if you like what you see, then you should just consider subscribing because the support really does come a long way for this channel. But anyways, let's get into it. Last time we ended off, we found out that Izuku Midoriya may be the last successor for the One for All. This shocking revelation was soon interrupted by Naona Shimura. So, are you gonna kill Tomura Shigaraki? This isn't a request. This is a question of your will and intent. You saw him during our last interaction, that face of a crying child, and you felt his pain. We all felt it. But just because he's being hurt doesn't mean that he wants to be helped. Even in tense situations, his eyes were filled with nothing but malice. He was raised that way, but now, it's most likely All For One has taken over Tomura's body to try lower Izuku's guard, as it's just a matter of determination. This is why All For One couldn't steal the quirks from the 5th and the 6th user. But how strong is Izuku's determination when faced with a soul that needs saving? This is just a mousetrap. One for All exists to eradicate All For One, but All Might is a prime example of that. But All For One is relentless, and it seems Tomura Shigaraki is just a part of a plan to steal One for All while Izuku's guard is dropped. Look, I'm not coming here to tell you that there's no backing out. I feel like it's cowardly of me to put all of this burden onto a 16-year-old child, but if my grandson... No, if that thing reaches its true potential, no one will be able to stop what comes next. So, my question is, will you be able to fight against the manifestation of pure evil? There are just some people who cannot be forgiven nor rehabilitated. What if Tomura is one of them, when a person who looks like he wants to be helped, but cannot be saved? Can you tell me if you will have the determination to stop him at all costs? It may be awkward now, but I felt when I entered Tomura's mind, in the deepest depths of all of that chaos, I saw a crying child. I fought against many people whose mindsets were set in stone. I had no choice but to fight them, but I've never had the opportunity to explore their motivations to find out why they became villains in the first place. If I could understand, some things may have gone completely differently. Our fights may have been resolved differently, and perhaps... Yes, people have died and countless have been injured by All For One, but this power that you all gave me, it's meant for saving people, not killing. All Might taught me that lesson, and it's not just All Might. All of you who've cultivated this power are just as responsible for saving countless lives. Its origins may have been rooted in eradicating All For One, but because you risked your lives maintaining this power, its purpose has changed throughout the years. There is definitely a possibility that there is no saving him and I would have to kill him. And I haven't thought about how I'd be able to do that. But I wanna try. I just wanna try and save this crying child. Silence fills the room until the first user cracks a smile. That's right. And we'll be here to help you on that journey. I'm glad that you inherited this power. I'm sorry for testing you like this. At that very moment, Naona Shimura breaks down in tears and requests that Izuku wakes up, and he wishes Gran Torino a hello from Nana. With that said, how about you guys come and chime in, just to help Izuku understand what to expect from your guys' quirks? Huh? Second and third user? Meanwhile, All Might is contemplating, thinking about Izuku. But this was interrupted by Hawks and Bez Chinas just doing their investigations. They call me the man who's a bit too fast, so we've been going around collecting information, and I'll just cut straight to the point. What's going on between you, Midoriya, and One For All in particular? I asked Endeavor, and he said that's why Tomura was targeting Izuku. Whether or not he knew is not important, but we need to make sure that this problem is dealt with before it ends up in a tragedy. After all, it's not just the villains that we're facing, but it's the whole of society too. And with that, All Might decided that it's time to make this one secret, one for all. 3 days have passed and the panic hasn't stopped. In fact, it's getting even worse. Panic is spreading like an infection. Show some integrity! Promise that you won't make any more mistakes! The cries of the mob were loud and clear. In a public meeting, Endeavor decided to speak the truth about his family in incredible detail. Holy shit. Some were excited by his cancellation, some were in disbelief, and Hawks used this opportunity to come clean, stating that his father was a criminal and that he indeed killed twice, explaining that it was for the greater good. Suddenly, a hand raises from a young woman in the crowd. During the rampage, my mom was severely injured. Just saying everything will be okay won't fix anything. Do you realize how many people lost their lives and their homes in this past week? The rampage was done by the villains, sure, but your faces don't look like you recognize that it's due to your mistakes that we ended up like this. Endeavor silently responded, "Would it make you feel any better if I were crying?" Huh? Of course it wouldn't! I'm telling you to ease the panic! That's right. The only way to ease this panic is to capture all of these villains. But with that... What is going on with Biz Genius, in fact? Oh my goodness. Oh shit! What is up with that neck though? Mans has a neck! Yeah, no, I can't take this seriously. Nope. I'll probably just end up laughing myself into a grave when I stare at that neck. I'm sorry, we're skipping that part. Anyways, UA will function as a sanctuary for those who are connected to the students, and parents have already started moving in. The decrease of heroes is significant, but Endeavor still plans to fight till the very end, so everyone, please, just look at him. When asked about the One for All, Endeavor responds that he doesn't know in order to protect All Might and Izuku from the media's attention. But Izuku has different plans. In the dead of the night, Izuku had left special notes for everyone, claiming that he is leaving UA for everyone's safety, and in Uraraka's letter, he revealed that he got his quirk from All Might, that he is being targeted by All for One, that he has to leave for everyone's safety. At this very moment, Izuku Midoriya leaves his hero academia. A few days pass and the escapees are running to known areas. Sure, there are evacuation zones, but there are civilians who are unaccounted for, and so student heroes Grand and Turtleneck enter the scene. I'm about to have a lot of fun with this voice acting. The civilians were not happy with the idea of children being sent to protect him, and this obviously resulted in retaliation. Please evacuate to the designated areas. The elders didn't want to hear it though, using every single reason to lash back at the heroes they didn't trust. They survived well against the escapees so far, so why the hell would they need children bodyguards? And with this, the heroes were promptly chased away. Suddenly, Turtleneck gets a call. They need to get out of there, and fast! There's a villain heading towards them and they need to run. But it's too late. With a boom! The building behind them caves inwards. Let's have some fun! Oh, it's just you two? What a shame. You don't have any friends. Muscular has entered the scene, and it's no warm welcome. Turtleneck needs to warn the civilians quick, and Grant stays behind in order to knock this guy out. Sounds like a plan. Let's see you try. Elsewhere, Turtleneck is warning the civilians, but they still retaliate. They think they can handle this threat, but that's when another boom hits the area. Grand is not doing so well. Is that all you've got? Wait, a hero is always in the vicinity of the villains he's protecting. Now that's a handy proverb. Grand is trying to fight back, but it seems like it's pretty useless. Muda, muda, muda! You're being crushed under 12,000 layers of muscle fiber. Whatever strength you've got is no match for my sheer size. That means Grand has to add more power. He can't hold back anymore. He has to fight harder and turn Muscular into a muscle milkshake. Just gotta add more layers then. It's time for a bloodbath. When suddenly Muscular sent flying back into a nearby building. Muscular. No wonder my danger senses were tingling. No way! That voice! Could it be? The same runt that got me into jail? It's you, isn't it? And that's basically My Hero Academia, chapter 305 to chapter 307. Honestly, 307, that whole fight thing I just enjoyed because I loved playing around with Muscular's voice, even though I know that's not how he sounds like, I think. But anyways, I think I'm gonna stop doing the voice acting for My Hero Academia because there's just way too many characters. So yeah, I don't have that voice variety. Fuck it, honestly. But I will definitely still be trying to do the voice acting for Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a different story. But I am so looking forward to the Muscular versus Izuku round 2. I'm honestly looking forward to that. And also, for those who don't know, you probably should know by now, but My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 1 is currently out. So you should definitely go check that out. This manga panel, this entire 305 to 307, what do I honestly think about it? 305, not that much. With the whole meeting, it was just concluding with the whole Izuku has to kill Tomura. I'm not surprised that Izuku did want to save Tomura. It's kind of expected at this point. Honestly, I don't care, but I look forward to see how he's going to try and do it, which actually leads me to a discussion I ended up having with a close friend of mine about the future of how Izuku is going to be approaching this situation, which is kind of chapter 306, where Izuku decides to leave his hero academia. I really love that play on words, by the way. But he's always talking about we had a conversation one-on-one, and I will be making a separate video on that because it literally has enough content to become a video of its own. Plus, I really enjoy making videos about a certain My Hero Academia character. You'd know if you probably went through my channel previously. But anyways, with that said, Izuku living his Hero Academia, I'm looking forward to it. Apparently Toga got a new costume, which is green and yellow, which is designed after Izuku. So that's another interesting thing I'd like to play on, but I don't have the image to show you. But anyways, let's see. Them sending children to try and do a hero's job, it makes sense since there's now a job absence with a lot of heroes being killed, being injured, and retiring. So that definitely makes sense. But again, I understand where the civilians are coming from. I also, I don't care if you have superpowers or not, if you have your pro license. You're still in what, grade 10? You're 10th grade and you're trying to protect me? Bloom. Actually, relax. I'm not gonna put my trust in you, especially after every shit that's been going on. Best Genius, love them. Yeah. Muscular. My goodness, I am actually so glad that he was the first villain to pop up in this whole thing, and now Izuku is just gonna go up with him. I even already made the thumbnail for it. I made a thumbnail for this video and that one. I'm gonna wait and have the full fight length out, and then I'm gonna release that video. I already have the thumbnail ready because I am excited for that shit. I actually might do voice acting for that one. But most likely I'm just gonna be losing my entire shit and doing the Pew News thing that I used to do on this channel. How do I feel about this whole One For All secret being suddenly exposed to the whole world? Well, not the whole world, but a lot of the heroes now, especially Uraraka. I don't think she, yeah, Izuku, I get it, you have feelings for her. Baku Deku ships must be striking, right? They must be hating right now, but that's besides the point. I get it, you have feelings for her, but you don't have to tell her that you got it from fucking All Might, okay? It's supposed to be a secret, and it's understandable why All Might told Hawks and Best Genius, because that makes sense. But for you to tell Uraraka, how do you know she will keep the secret and not tell everyone else? That's the dumb thing I found ridiculous. And I know Izuku's mom's now gonna start panicking. She's gonna try and do a missing persons report for Izuku. But then again, Izuku, I'm trying to speak without spoiling what the next video will be about. But actually, let me save it for that video. Let me save everything I want to say now for that video, and you can pretty much tell now this is unscripted. Anyways, with that said, I am done with this video. Most likely I'm gonna be doing a Jujutsu Kaisen one tomorrow because it's been 3 weeks and I shouldn't be lazy, but then again, I really should be studying. The dilemma. Anyways, if you like what you saw, I know I didn't have much of a voice variety in the beginning, but again, if you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. There's a link in the description that says do not subscribe. Well, it says do not click or do not press on that button, which means you should definitely not click on that button. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Anyway, I am so fucking cringe. With that said, I am saying with that said way too much. This is what happens when you go unscripted. Anyways, once again, if you like what you saw, consider like, comment, and subscribing. Dislike it if you dislike it. This has been Biscord signing out. See you in the next video. Bye.